Hi everybody, it's Ear Patsy. So I'm here because I had gotten a new deck called the Isis Oracle, right? And that's by ALANA Fairchild. And I'd gotten this a couple of years, I believe, ago, and it's just I didn't open it. And there's another oracle similar to this that I haven't opened, but I said to myself, why not? And when I first got it, I opened it up last week after having had it for such a long time. And again, beautiful. And it is 44 cards. These are, this would be front, and these are the backs of the cards. So the scarab, right? Makes sense. Isis, right? So, um, when I got this and I read the back of the book, well, first let me read the back of the box. Awaken the high priestess within. The high priest or priestess within you walks the path of divine power, love, and wisdom. This is the path of spiritual self-mastery, where we are initiated through the darkness of struggle into the light of love. Learn to apply the ancient mastery teachings of Isis in practical ways to help you navigate through the experiences and challenges in your daily life. Allow the goddess, this sacred princess, initiate, magician, and healer, to help you activate your own soul talents of healing, magic, and more as you journey with her from darkness and uncertainty into light, love, and power. And this is by Blue Angel Publishers, right? So now, like, I really never read the back of it, and when I got this, I don't think I was aware of any of this. I knew about being a high priestess because I had been told that when I first started this. My first reading with my Babalao, he told me that he was in the presence of a high priestess of Yoruba, and I was like, who's that? But anyway, but so what, you know? But I didn't know all of this other stuff. The importance of it. Of course, I didn't understand what they were referring to on any level. But now, after having gone through the last few years of this journey, which started off just as, okay, my spiritual journey, not knowing that it was going to have anything to do with divine masculine, divine feminine, twin flame, none of that stuff. That's not how it started off. And I also coming to understand the reason that that twin flame union does exist, to help you go through these lessons and to challenge some lessons that have to do with relationships. You have soulmate lessons that'll, teach you how to deal with things that have to do, I guess, with outside in the world with other people, relationships on the job, those kind of things. You get the parents that you get to teach you how to deal with family relationships and siblings and all of that other stuff. But love relationship has a different meaning to it, a different love to it. It's a different type of love, right? So we have agape love, which is friendship, right? And God, all right? Agape love, and then we have fraternal love, which is brotherhood, friendship. So agape love is love for your God. I believe that's what agape is. And fraternal, sororital, love for your brother, love for your sisters. And we know about erotic love. So this is a different love, kind of a mixture of all those loves. Spirit just said that to me. That's new. So this twin flame journey is a test and a lesson about all those loves, all those types of loves. Love for self, which could be regular, self-love, self-awareness, and it could veer off to, codependency and narcissism, different ends of it. And loving people through it and having people love you through that. So, like I said, I didn't realize how involved it was until recently, over this last 2 years. So I said when I started to look at this deck and read the book and the back of the book, I have loved you since ancient times, dear child of the light, initiate of the soul path. I honor your light and seek to serve your growth, even through darkest challenge. I am there with you, urging you to seek the light through the darkness and realize that you will always triumph with love in your heart. I honor your service to the path that I serve, the path of ancient feminine power, the path of healing love and the mysteries of life, death, and rebirth. Power to you, beloved. Initiate, love to you. Power to you, beloved initiate. Love to you. What joy there is in meeting you again this lifetime. Your sister priestess in light and love, Isis. Now, for some reason to me, this sounded very one-on-one. That this deck, this book, this guide, this is a lesson specific to, if not me, those who are divine feminines, who are at this level in their journey, that they've become aware of this. They've accepted the part of the journey, or they are in a place where they are having to make that choice about their heart or their heart. Because that gets to be at that place. What you know, your spirit is heading you towards, or you feel it's heading you towards some work or some destination, and the part of you that feels that you're headed towards that with this twin flame, with this divine masculine, and that you have worked to try to, learn your lessons and do your work and give space and stand up for yourself and all of that you're doing, to the point where you're at that place where you feel, okay, thank you. You're grateful. You're loving this journey all on its own. That has nothing to do with the romantic part. And so now there is where we stand, right? Because meantime, our little friend here hasn't quite caught up. Or some of them have caught up and they are coming towards you with the offer that you've been expecting and waiting on and hoping for. But there's just something that you're just, And there's another part of you that feels that if you take this offer, it's going to create some kind of a space between you and your spirituality. Something about the way you're going to be able to relate to your work and your continued journey is either going to be quelched or have to take a back seat to the needs or the ambitions or the talents and gifts of the divine masculine. Could be a little jealousy, residual, that you have been taught well, right? Because that's part of the lessons that they taught you, right? Was how to learn how to recognize jealousy and to accept that emotion or that whatever it is. To recognize jealousy and at the same time to ignore it. Ignore it in yourself, ignore it in others. Have enough self-esteem to understand that there's no need to be for you to have any jealousy about anything anybody has, any gifts that anyone has. Everybody has their path. So you're good. Identifying the emotion or the response, accepting it, defining it, and rising over it, right? Seeing it from the perspective of a spiritual being. Oh, well. You're still working. You're not perfect, but you're working on it. You're doing your work. So some of us, without going into the backstory, have come to our own crossroads. Not waiting for someone else to make up their mind, but rather deciding clearly what you want right now, right? And finding out what is it that is your real spiritual best interest. So anyway, I thought that this was kind of personal, right? So I said, well, I can give myself a reading without naming names or, any, what do we used to call it? Identical forensic evidence of whomever, and follow the directions for the special spread that they have in here. So what I'm suggesting is that I'm taping this just in case something profound comes up that I need to share or that I need to be able to look at again. But also, if you can afford to get your own set, get your own. Ooh. Okay, so these were initially printed in 2013. This printing was in 2017. So I've had these for about a year when they first came out. That's what happened. I ordered them then. And I never used it. So how much was it? I have no idea. There's no prices on it. So it couldn't be no more than $30. I definitely don't think I would have bought it if it were. So mailman would probably something else I don't need. But anyway, this I needed. So with all the gratitude that I have for everything, all my entire journey up to now, my own spiritual journey, including the twin flame aspect of it, gratitude, gratefulness, and obedience. So they have this spread that uses 9 cards. Remember last month they told me to use a 9-card spread. Maybe they would get me used to that. Okay. It's called the Golden Son of Horus. So that's interesting. because I did recall Horus was an aspect of Cancer. And I remember reading something from the Linda Goldman Love Signs, I believe it is. I remember there was a passage that stuck out at me and I focused on it. So maybe that's why, somehow or another. See, another synchronicities. Okay, so I'm thinking that maybe I'll make these videos and I'll post them as I need to, or as you all see fit, depending on what the response is. But actually, I don't even really care what the response is. I'm going to put it out there for those who need to see it. When they are drawn to it, they'll see it if it's meant for them to see, right? But I wanted to tell you all who are on this at this point in your journey, or embarking on this journey. Maybe it'll save you some headache. Pick up this oracle and see how it works. I can't do anything more than recommend it, but I have the feeling that this is going to be significant. I'm hearing life-changing, but I think that might be too much, but who knows? So, how do you use this deck? Ask questions and simply shuffle or draw a card. Card falls out of the deck while you're shuffling, don't put it back, put it on one side and read it. Okay, so let's do that. And I'm not going to go through my normal unboxing to go through each card and explain it to you. You'll get your own deck and you'll see the cards. Or I'm sure if you Google the Isis Oracle by ALANA Fairchild, there'll be images. If you Google it and go into the image part, there'll probably be a lot of images of the cards. All right, so I definitely did my prayers, and I definitely have surrounded myself with protection. But I'm reading my own energy for myself. But I need to do this because there's all kinds of stuff going on. But I'm not going to get into all of that, because this is not about that. This is about me. And knowing all that I know, and knowing all that I've experienced, and knowing all that I intuitively am picking up, I need to know definitively as much as the divine will allow me to know. All right? Because my life is just as important as anybody else's. My quality of life and my length of my life. So, stress isn't good. And as much as I know my angel are going to protect me, it is what it is. I don't test your luck. Don't add pressure when it doesn't need to be for no reason. Because if that's not what you're supposed to be doing, then you are doing it for no reason. So, first three cards. First is in the middle. Oh, wow. I don't even know what these cards mean, but the first, funny. Second, okay. Life is story. So let's do the first three positions, right? So the first is in the middle, and the second, and then the third. So the second is on the left, and the third will be on the right. Okay. Hmm. And here comes midnight. What? Put my crystal back on top. Go, if you must. Say hi. Say hi to the people. Let them see your face. She beautiful. Okay. All right, Mama. Go ahead. Go ahead. All right. So here we go. First position is the issue at hand at the deepest spiritual level. The card that you draw will reveal the deep core matter at hand. It may not be what you thought. Then again, it may be exactly what you knew it to be. Just by the title, yeah. It was exactly what I knew it to be. The brother in darkness. You can't make this stuff up. I love spirit, don't y'all? Overcoming negative energy with feminine power. The brother in darkness. Ain't a more true statement ever been made. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Okay, now. That's card number one. So, let's read about the brother in darkness. Let's confirm that. Let's confirm that. Let's give it the respect that. Let's give it the respect that he needs, that he deserves, that he is not used to, not even from himself. Okay, so it has the cards don't have numbers on them, y'all. Even though they are oracle cards, there's a table of contents though. And so the brother in darkness is 189. That would be 9 and 9. Message from spirit. The brother in darkness. Overcoming negative energy with feminine power. Whenever negative energy is present, it is a sign that we are ready to move more deeply into our feminine divine power. The brother in darkness indicates that there is negative energy either within you or outside of you, but directed towards you, that is providing you with a spiritual test, beloved initiate. You shall overcome this energy with grace and triumph. Stay in your heart. There is no need to be afraid. There is a test that you are currently moving through because you are ready to progress more deeply into wisdom, light, acceptance, and inner peace. The test is in the guise of a negative energy source, either within you or apparently outside of you. In truth, we are all one, and the world is our mirror for whatever healing task lies within, even though sometimes the source of difficulty appears to be external, rather than an opportunity for us to gain mastery with our own responses through inner healing. Guidance comes to you in this oracle now to become more conscious of the negative energies, either within or directed towards you, without being fearful. There is no need to fear. There is just need for more conscious, loving response. There is no need for fear. There is just need for more conscious, loving response. Okay. In the story of Isis, the destructive emotions of her dark brother Set led to the murder of her beloved Osiris. He did not stop there. He also attempted to destroy her beloved divine son child and deny him of his rightful rulership. Seth teaches us that destructive emotions can gain awful power if we leave them unchecked and do not consciously respond to them. Isis teaches us that love, faith, persistence, courage, intelligent, and honest awareness can overcome even the darkest power. Your guidance is to rise above fear, anger, jealousy, or hatred within you or directed towards you now. This will require your feminine strength to be fiercely compassionate and not to judge or resist out of fear. Compassion is great strength. It sees the truth in all situations. It does not pander to lies or deceptions in order to paint everything as nice. Compassion is wisdom. It knows that a wolf can cause harm even if it is dressed as a sheep. You are guided to be attentive and honest about negative influences within or directed towards you without judging them or their source or paying undue attention with fear. You simply You simply need recognition and then to respond with compassion, and clear, loving, firm boundary. This boundary will very often be an internal shift energetically for you. This boundary will very often be an internal shift energetically for you. I want y'all to understand, I'm reading this for me, right? I'm just taping it in case I need to share it, but just understand this is the lesson and you're watching me learn it with you, okay? I don't know where this is leading, but I think it's interesting how it's starting, Okay. This boundary will very often be an internal shift energetically for you. It may not require any further action than this. Listen to your heart and trust in your guidance. You are guided, however, to respond now and check the growth of any negativity before it becomes more consuming than it needs to be. This oracle also comes as a spiritual revelation. Part of your spiritual path is to honor the darkness as a way through to greater consciousness. To not fight against darker and potentially destructive emotions with force, but to allow them to be with compassion, instantly removes the resistance that creates psychic glue and causes darker energies to get stuck within us. Part of your spiritual path is to honor the darkness as a way through to greater consciousness. To not fight against darker and potentially destructive emotions with force, but to allow them to be with compassion instantly removes the resistance that creates psychic glue and causes darker forces to get struck within us, to get stuck within us. Let them be with compassion. Yeah, okay. Understanding the desperateness or the fear that is causing that poverty mindedness, fear, fear. Trust your divine, trust your feminine values, whether man or woman, and don't believe for one moment that you're obliged to wear another's negativity for them. You are not. You may stand true in your purity of heart and be safe. If you do have negative energy rising within you, the same stands true. Have compassion and witness it, but don't believe that you have to identify with it. It is not you. It is just energy and feeling. Let it flow and it shall go. Okay, so that's kind of like what I said about jealousy a little while ago. Did I say it on camera? I don't know. I said it to myself. Let it own it and define it. Let it go. Don't hold on to it. So I guess that's the way I'm supposed to deal with the negative energy from without. And that's harder because that makes you feel like you're under attack. And so when you feel like you're under attack, you either fight back or you're fearful. And you're fighting back because you're fearful. But if you don't own it, acknowledge it, where it comes from, and then let it go. I think that's that same kind of uh, theory of like people can be doing bad things to you, voodoo, juju, whatever, but it can only work if you recognize it. See, but somewhere along the way, I found that that was not true, or at least it felt like it wasn't true, because I didn't know that it never entered my mind that people were doing something like that. But maybe subconsciously it was there because I grew up around spiritualism. So maybe subconsciously, even though I was too young and, fancy free to be thinking like that, but I guess that maybe somewhere subconsciously I did believe, know that people can do stuff like that. So there we go all the way around to this part of the journey where I'm aware that people can do this type of stuff, but okay, do you, boo? And I think I've tried to have that, but I guess right in this situation, I've allowed myself to entertain it because it's personal rather than somebody just don't like you. This is really serious. This is potentially affecting me, my life, my future, my happily ever after, even. Sounded like Sylvester, right? It's a cartoon, Looney Tunes. If you don't know, you don't know. or Bugs Bunny, Mel Blanc, same voice. Okay, so perhaps that's that's something very important to know, to learn. Let it flow and it shall go. Trust your feminine values, whether man or woman, and don't believe for one moment that you are obliged to wear another's negativity for them. You are not. You may stand true in your purity of heart and be safe. If you do not have negative energy rising within you, the same stands true. If you do have negative energy rising within you, the same stands true. Have compassion and witness it, but don't believe that you have to identify with it. It is not you. It is just energy and feeling. Let it flow and it shall go. Ashe. The ritual healing below will assist with releasing negative energies through feminine power. May you enjoy your growing mastery with such energies from a place of compassion, humility, and service to the light in all beings. The ritual for healing for the brother in darkness. Ritual of healing for the brother in darkness. It is helpful to light a tea light or other candle to help you come back to the initiate light in all beings. No matter how positive or negative they may appear to be while doing this ritual. Okay. It is helpful to light a tea light or other candle to help you come back to the initiate light in all beings, no matter how positive or negative they may appear to be whilst doing this ritual. Light your candle and be comfortable as you proceed with the process. Well, my candles are lit. Allow yourself to sit in a darkened space, simply lit with a candle. Close your eyes as you become comfortable, settled, and focused on your breathing. Go deep within your heart. Imagine or perceive that within your heart there is a golden winged goddess, bathed in glorious light, with her wings outstretched. A soft but endless stream of love flows from her to you now. It is not forceful, and yet it is powerful. It just is. Allow yourself to be comfortable in this love, feeling it around you like a blanket of peace. Allow her to sing to you now, to send you her love through the sound and light within her voice and through the light coming from her hands, her eyes, and feet. Know that you are completely and utterly held within her divine love. Feel it growing around you like a force field, beautiful and peaceful. You become aware of an energy hovering around the field of this divine love, holding back from entering it, but curious and attracted to it. Acknowledge the presence of this other energy whilst remaining centered in your heart in the field of divine love all around you. Silently or out loud, communicate to the energy that you sense as you hover near the field of love, not yet willing to enter into it. Silently or out loud, communicate to the energy you sense as you hover near the field of love, not yet willing to enter into it. Tell the energy that it does not have to be afraid, that it will not be judged, and it will not be despised or criticized. It can just be. Staying in your heart, in this field of love, you may see, sense, or perceive the energy outside of your love field assume a shape or image. It may be a face, a word, the form of a dagger, a spear, or a noose, or it may assume the form of a feeling, perhaps anger, fear, shame or guilt, sadness, or even sexual desire, or an urge to be devoted, to love, to be touched or held, or to touch and hold. It may be great fear or hatred of you. You can safely stay calm in your heart and just witness it. There may be threats or great sadness and vulnerability. Do not leave the center of your loving field. Stay there and feel the love all around you and within you. Be in kindness in your heart. If this energy that has not known love is willing, it will enter the field around you and be healed. But it must make the choice for itself. Allow that energy to come as deep into the space of love as it can by continuing to stay in your heart and being in touch with the peace and kindness that exists there. When you're ready to say, when you're ready, say, it is my choice as a sovereign being of divine love that any energy not aligned with unconditional love now leave my body, mind, and energy fields. It is my choice as a sovereign being of divine love that any energy not aligned with unconditional love now leave my body, mind, and energy fields. It no longer has a place here with me, and I release it with unconditional love now, either that it may return to divine love now or to the body of the earth as it so chooses, but it may not stay here. I revoke any permission that I have ever given it to be attached to me, consciously or unconsciously, and with love I let it go. Be free and go in peace. Breathe in deeply and exhale deeply. When you're ready, say, so be it, and then just open your eyes. So be it. Don't come out of your space immediately, even with your eyes open. Be aware of that field of love around you, even as you bring your awareness into your physical world once more. Let the love be with you now, even as you move your body and return to your daily life. Incantation. You can say this incantation to clear any negative energy at the beginning of the ritual above, and at any time you feel the pulling of fear, doubt, shame, anger, guilt, terror, or despair within you or around you, go into your heart and speak it clearly. Brother, in darkness, you are loved. Loved fiercely and with passion. There is nothing to fear or judge or resist, just acceptance, allowance, and being seen. From the light in my heart, now I see you. I do not judge. My response is compassion. I understand, and I release you now. Be and flow, but from my energy field, you must now go. Without will or force, but through love and peace. All negativity from my field is now released. Okay, Ashe, amen. And so wilt it be. So wilt it be. So may it be, Ashe. Well, that's pretty powerful and helpful. Definitely resonated on very, very it hit home. Definitely good. Definitely hit home. So that's a lesson, huh? Just that one card. And that's why they said, no, don't read that one and that one. Let's work on this one. This is a lesson. This is work. The brother in darkness. Overcoming negative energy with feminine power. So in that position, we said was position number 1, right? So, issue at hand, at the deepest spiritual level. So, for me, that is true. I'll own that. And I'm glad for that lesson. I needed that today, especially. Ooh-wee. Yeah. That's what, see, I love my spirit. I was going to let myself go somewhere that I did not want to go with a thing, and now I could stay where and proceed upward instead of another way. That's good. That's good. Ashe, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Protecting my spirituality at all costs. Ashe, thank you. Thank you. Sal, the second card would be the spiritual lesson that you have been learning up to now in relation to the core issue. And that card that I got was Life Restored, Priestess of the Phoenix. So this is one that's rising out of the ashes, huh? Perhaps. All right, let's see. Life Restored, 98. I can't even think to add stuff, y'all. Do it later. Life Restored, Priestess of the Phoenix. Spiritual resurrection is a gift for you now. Spiritual resurrection is a gift for you now. Whether part of you or your life you thought to be dead, whatever part of you or your life you thought to be dead is being revived and will flourish back into life. Just as the phoenix rises from the fire, transitioning from death into light, so too you will rise again, healed and renewed. Life Restored brings messages that a trauma, an ending, struggle, or apparent defeat is not the end of the story for you now. It may appear to be an ending. What may appear to be an ending can sometimes simply be the forces of ancient feminine power flowing into new pathways, pulling energy away from old forms so that it can transition into new forms. This can take short or long periods of time. It could be over days or years, weeks, months, decades. It doesn't matter how long something appears to have been decaying, it will spring back into light. It will spring back into life at the right time. Just as the river Nile subtly adjusts its course over time, so too will the river of light that flows through you, filling you with life force and divine energy, move with innate wisdom. Just as the river Nile subtly adjusts its course over time, so too will the river of life that flows through you, filling you with life force and divine energy, move with innate wisdom. You can trust what is happening for you now. Something important to you is coming back to life. It might even feel like you are coming back to life after a period of increased emotional numbness, physical or psychological struggle, or spiritual disillusionment. It may be a lifestyle, a practice, a business, or a relationship, new or old, that is coming to life now. You are guided by divine priestess of the Phoenix, Sister Isis, to turn your face to the sun. Just as the sacred scarab beetle follows the movement of the sun, you are encouraged to focus on the light of light that is seeking you now. Do not resign yourself to the way things have been. Let go of the past. Be brave and bold and allow the Phoenix priestess to inspire you to realize the return to life, the restoration, the resurrection is upon you now. Have hope and optimism. Just because something has fallen away in the past does not mean it will not have value and be able to grow in the present moment. Take what is going to be offered in your life, the rebirth that is happening, into your wide open arms now, and be assured that you have transitioned through the energies of death and into new life now. Peace on to you, dear initiate of the light. The past is over. Enjoy your rebirth. This is so interesting for me. Those words, restoration, and resurrection. I used those words with my divine masculine at the beginning of this most recent episode. restoration, resurrection, there was another word that I put in there. It wasn't life. It was, I can't remember, but it wasn't, it was about, it was more like a healing. I was asking him in relation to the situation. Mm. Nope, and he just said he didn't want them to be in pain. That was 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. Interesting. Have hope and optimism. Just because something has fallen away in the past does not mean it will not have value and be able to grow in the present moment. Take what is going to be offered in your life, the rebirth that is happening, into your wide open arms now, and be assured that you have transitioned through the energies of death and into new life now. Peace unto you, dear initiate of the light. Dear initiate of the light, the past is over. Enjoy your rebirth. Okay, so there is a ritual, priestess of the Phoenix ritual of restoration, and an incantation. Okay, so I'll share the incantation. If you do not have time to do the candle ritual above, you can repeat the incantation below several times, gaining speed as you get used to the words. Really feel the energy in the words and know you are declaring your truths. You can also add this incantation to your ritual as you step through the doorway of the east if you wish to do so. Life flows through me unobscured. From past hurts, I am now cured. I meet my life blossoming anew. My inner light shines bright and true. Isis, Isis, Mother of divine perfection, through your grace, I have resurrection. Okay. So that was card number 2. Life restored. Priestess of the Phoenix. And the third card, position number 3, which is on. All right, so this is the side that I normally use when I'm doing the masculine, right? And this is the side that I normally use when I'm doing the feminine, when I'm doing readings. Talisman of potency. Talisman of potency. Charging sacred objects of power. Okay. And position number 3 is the spiritual lesson. guidance, or a gift that is coming in the near future on this matter, which will help you move swiftly through it. The spiritual lessons, guidance, or gift that is coming in the near future on this matter, which will help you move swiftly through it. Keeping this lesson or guidance in mind will help you move through upcoming events and get to your goal of healing and breakthrough most swiftly and gracefully. Talisman of Potency. This is so beautiful. So let's see where that is. $170. Sacred tools and objects can become an extension of your energy field, focusing your power and intention, helping you heal the split between spirit and matter, and learning to bring physical matter more deeply into light and life. You are encouraged to work with sacred materials in a conscious way to help your own healing and enjoyment of the material world as a part of your spiritual practice. Your love for the physical world of matter is a gift to the earth, too. Your love for the physical world of matter is a gift to the earth, too. You are guided to cleanse and charge sacred objects to empower your energy field and accomplish your spiritual mission now. These objects might be a wand, a chalice, a bowl, or even a special tile with an image that you love, a statue, a cloth with a beautiful design, a natural crystal, or a black mirror, or a rock or shell, or a feather you found waiting for you whilst out in nature one day. If finding a gift in nature, it is wise to ask the spirit of the earth if the item in question is intended for your healing work, and if you feel it is, then of course receive it with gratitude. If not, bless it and move on. So don't just go snatching up stuff out in the earth. Ask about it before you take it. It could belong to somebody else. This oracle is seeking to draw your awareness to your special ability to work with material objects to awaken spiritual light within them. The material world is filled with light, and our loving attention can help awaken the light within form. In the same way that someone seeing the best in you, knowing what you are truly capable of, can help you reach your dreams and become that self more fully, so too can holding an awareness that just like our bodies, the material world holds its own light and benefits from love, attention, and care. This is the loving art of integrating spirit into matter, and it is part of your spiritual potency and healing gift to be able to love the physical world as an element of your spiritual journey. Objects become talisman when they are cleansed, dedicated, and charged with sacred intent. This is consecration, or the rendering of something into sacredness. Talisman are a way to enjoy a spiritual relationship with the material world. It is not a matter of not being able to work without them, but more of enjoyment and beauty of working with the material world in a spiritual way. It is also a way to heal any difficult relationship that you may have had with your mother, your body, eating and food, or with wealth or physical security. It could also include difficulties in bringing your ideas into physical form, living your path in a practical and material way, and any other issues that stem from a wounded relationship to matter, somehow seeing it as less than spirit. What wonderful and varied healing effects talisman can bring us. It all starts with the honoring of light and matter, sacredness of the material world. If you have been considering working with crystals for healing, or tarot cards, or physical tools for spiritual growth, you are encouraged to do so by the Oracle of Talisman of Potency. They will help you grow and empower you. Well, that's true. That happened when I started working with the Oracle cards and the tarot cards. Okay. If you have an object in your space that you have been thinking of cleansing, perhaps a crystal or a piece of jewelry, this oracle encourages you to do so using breath, salt, moonlight, or sound, as you so choose. Remember that objects in the material world hold vibrations too. Cleansing with love and intention to dissipate negative energy is a way to care for the material world. Help awaken the light within it. If you have been considering building sacred jewelry or purchasing a crystal or other healing tool, you are encouraged to do so and to learn to work with it. The Oracle of Talisman of Potency supports you in honoring the physical world and its beauty in your life in this way. Okay. You can say this incantation to bless an item during your ritual or for many blessing and cleansing at any time. Sacred object from the earth, you are cleansed now from negativity. You are clear and pure light of eternity. Sacred talisman now become, you are charged with light of perfection. You are blessed with divine intention. Sacred talisman, I honor your power. This is your task for every hour. And then repeat your intentions here. Like if you wanted to cleanse and protect your energy field with a shield of impenetrable violet light. That's an example. Whatever your intention is, you would stick that in there. So, sacred talisman, I honor your power. This is your task for every hour. Cleanse and protect my energy field with a shield of impenetrable violet light. Through my own free will, with gratitude in my heart so full, so be it. So, they identified the problem, how it got here, and the lesson, the purpose of it, and tools. Okay, so the issue at hand, card number 1, spiritual lesson, card number 2, and the guidance, the gift, the lesson that will help you move that would help me move swiftly through it. Oh, I say. That's a lot of information right there. And there's supposed to be 3 more? I think that I will work on this, I'm thinking, should I work on this before I work on the next three? I think so, because now I don't feel pressed because of the first card. Honestly, that was very helpful. I don't feel pressed. I feel that I can working on this and these two, working on these three lessons should be able to move me through the place that I am now. Until the next time I feel led to do the next three cards, I guess. That's real. The brother in darkness. How definitely. And that's so helpful. So helpful, but it on time, on point, on time. So, sisters and brothers who are so led, whoever is led to this video, these videos, this video, I would recommend that you pick up this deck if you're at that place where you are ready to throw in the towel. Especially if you're ready to throw in the towel on your spiritual journey, period. Whether or not you're ready to throw in the towel on the twin flame journey, that's definitely. But if you feel in any way like you don't want, you're not ready to you're having a hard time doing the next mile, the next leg of it, I think this would be helpful for anyone like that who's found themselves in that position in this part of your journey, especially the divine, divine masculine feminine journey. Now, I don't know if there is a Horus oracle or an Osiris oracle. When looking for it, I guess I should be responsible and do that, but some other time. Not right now. Not right now. But I thank God for this. I really, 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 really do. You don't even understand. Oh, the thing that I said I would not do ever. I was really considering doing it. I'm glad. I'm glad. It's better for me. It's better for me anyway. And better for whoever was going to get it. Oh, don't think that there would be no problem doing it as far as it doing what it was meant to do. Very aware of my power. Just rather not. No need to be drumming up no extra karma that I already that I didn't really need to earn anyway, My card is clean right now, and I'm not going out of my way to muck it up all these years. I'm not going to stop mucking it up now. Oh, for what? Is the whole point? For what? What? No. No, no, no. And I'm glad that it's no. I'm glad that it's no. Glad that it's no. But recognizing that it took me there. Okay, so it did, and it didn't. And so now, see, that's the same type of a lesson. acknowledging it, not doing anything about it, but acknowledging it, embracing it, understanding it, but saying no. And then I guess because I said no, that's why it said, okay, now you've earned this help. I love Spirit because Spirit loves me. Ashe. Thank you. And all day while I was out doing my little run-ins around, my soul loves Jesus. That song we used to sing in church. But I'm afraid to sing because I guess yesterday I gave a couple of bars of Let It Be, and now that video won't be monetized. So I'm already making nothing. All of this work I'm doing, I'm not trying to make it less than nothing. But it's a church song, and it was my soul loves Jesus. My soul loves Jesus. My soul loves Jesus. Bless his name. My soul loves Jesus. My soul loves Jesus. My soul loves Jesus. Bless his name. And I was humming and singing that song while I was doing my errands this morning. Just out of the blue. That's a Church of God in Christ regular. One person starts it, and the next person starts it, and next you know, everybody's singing it. You could be standing in the kitchen, and it just flows. And I had that feeling today as I was driving, and it just was like certain mantras on other days, certain days, spirituals, other days, I'm singing Aretha, other days, I'm singing the Beatles, whatever. But it is what it is, and it's all that goes into making me who I am. And I thank the Creator for all of these gifts and all of these lessons. And the ability to share this with you. So, those of you who are so inclined, I'm sharing the journey from this point on, and I'll come back and do the next 3. I'll record the next 3 just because I want to have them recorded, not just to share, but like I said, for myself to refer back to for historical purposes for my granddaughter or great-granddaughters, whoever needs that information, just help at that, whatever time. Service to my family, my community, and to others. All right, everybody. I promise I won't do the next 3 cards. I'll leave this until I feel like I need to do the next 3. Thank you, everybody. Keep sending positive energy to each other as we go on this journey. All right? And thanks for watching. And those of you who haven't subscribed to my channel on YouTube, please do. pbtarot7@gmail.com. You can put that in the search engine and you'll be able to find my channel, Aoife Midwives. You can put in Patsy, And those of you who are already subscribed, thank you for hanging in there. And like, share, subscribe, the whole, whatever you're led to do. Okay? But send me an email. Let me know what your journey is. I'll talk to you soon. Namaste. Peace.